Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. Today we're discussing the Rolex Oyster Perpetual Datejust nicknamed Turn-O-Graph. This is reference 16264 in stainless steel and white gold. You can see and you can purchase this descendant of a pioneering Rolex sports watch on our website. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you enjoy these videos, and please click on the card in the upper right hand corner of the screen at any time during this video to see our full sales listing for this watch with additional accessories included in the sale, high-resolution images for your desktop, and naturally complete pricing details for this Rolex Datejust Turn-O-Graph. Now, the original Turn-O-Graph, not quite a Datejust, not yet at least, debuted in 1953 as the reference 6202. At first, it was seen as a watch for technicians, for engineers, perhaps for pilots, but unlike the next year's Rolex Submariner, 1954's star, the Datejust Turn-O-Graph continued on for years largely unheralded. However, adopted by the U.S. Air Force Thunderbird's Flight Demonstration Squadron as official military issue in the mid-1950s, it boasts a feather in its cap that the Submariner never would, at least not in the U.S. Armed Forces. So this watch is actually the descendant of the very first rotating bezel Rolex sports watch. Now, in 1953, as today, you simply align the index of the bezel, in this case a white gold bezel, with the minute hand, and now you can time an event from 0 to 60 minutes. Great for timing intervals between meetings at work, cooking, tests. The bottom line is that this watch is as versatile today as its reference 6202 forebear. It's also compact on the wrist, 11.5 millimeters thick. It does have a broadly cantilevered bezel, so it can get hung up on very tight dress cuffs and sleeves, but most should clear. From lug to lug, it's a classical 36 millimeter Rolex Datejust, which is to say 44 millimeters from lug to lug. The Jubilee does not contribute to the span across the wrist. In terms of size, it is a little bit bigger than a standard 36 Datejust because the Turn-O-Graph bezel has an extra 0.5 to 1 millimeter of span, so it actually wears like a 37. It looks like a 37 on the wrist, and in fact it does have that span. The watch features a beautiful 5-link Rolex Jubilee. The Jubilee is much more comfortable on the wrist than the Oyster, but you want to get one in good condition, and this example is minimally worn. You can see the finish is still superb. Polished on the outer links, the shoulders are satin, down the center all of high polish. It has no inclination to pinch skin or pull hair. The clasp is also in excellent condition with all of the Rolex stampings internally. As you can see, still very crisp and fresh. This watch is in excellent condition, and when you close it, you hear it. The tolerances of the bracelet and clasp remain excellent. Now, the historic image of the Turn-O-Graph and later the Datejust Turn-O-Graph was built on authenticity. It was a pioneering reference for Rolex with the first rotating bezel in the House of Rolex. It was a pilot's watch in the U.S. military, but it's also wonderfully handsome and beautifully proportioned. Now, this is a 264, so it's a combination of a stainless steel case and bracelet with a white gold bezel. So it has a little bit of upscale pedigree. Now, all of the indices on the dial are applied white gold, as is the Rolex 5-point coronet and the hands at center. The combination of white gold indices and a black base, handsome, offers superb contrast, and you can see the traditional Cyclops eye magnifier makes for easy reading. Of course, we're well into the era of sapphire crystals here with a 5-digit Datejust. Inside, Rolex caliber 3135 automatic winding. The watch offers 100 meters of water resistance, so while known as a pilot's reference, nevertheless this is suitable for all aquatic activities short of actual professional diving. It has a 45 to 48 hour power reserve, smooth bidirectional automatic winding. It is a COSC certified Swiss chronometer, so very accurate. Pull the crown, you hack the balance, and stop the seconds to synchronize the watch, and there is a quick set to rapidly correct the date. Because we are in the 3135 generation of Rolex movements, it also has a full balance bridge, not a single-sided balance cock, with a free-sprung balance, so it's very resistant to vibration or shock-induced timing deviation. And with a Breguet overcoil hairspring, it's also highly resistant to positional or gravitationally induced timing deviation. You can see and you can purchase this descendant of a legend, and a legend in its own right, on our website.